Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, nice to meet you. My name is CJ. If you're not new, hey babes, welcome back. So I'm just going to get right into the video because from the title you know what this video is about. House hunting in Abuja is not a joke. House hunting anywhere is not a joke. It's very stressful. But first of all, before we delve into this video properly, I'd like to give you guys a little backstory before we start the house hunting process. I'm based in Abuja, and yeah, I started searching for a house I think 4 months ago, maybe 5 months ago. If you saw my last room video, if you have not seen it, the link is somewhere here, you would know that it was time for me to leave. Like, enough was enough. You could tell from that video that yes, another house was coming, right? So yeah, I live in Abuja and I was looking for an apartment in Abuja. So as of, I think this started sometime in June, actually May, but let's just say June proper was when I got agents. I started reaching out to people and telling them, okay, this is what I want, this is what I want. So first of all, when I started, because I was living in a self-contained apartment initially, I started searching for a 1-bedroom apartment. That was my initial plan. If you're looking for a house in any city at all, you have to have a budget, you have to have places you want to stay, because there are places in different cities, right? So you have to have a budget, you have to have a place in mind, and then you have to have like amenities and things you want in that house, right? So I wanted a 1-bedroom apartment initially. I had a budget and I told them, okay, this is the places I'm looking at staying. When I meet agents, I always try to pour my heart out to them and tell them this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for, because I don't want you to show me nonsense. Do you understand? I don't want you to call me, because I've watched so many house hunting videos on YouTube and it's really sad what I see. Like, so you will pay somebody money because inspection fee, let me start to tell you, if you're working with agents, inspection fee is about 3, 4, 5k depending on where you stay. So 3, 4, 5k to see a house, and then I follow you. I'll still pay your tea fare, I'll pay your transport fare, and then you show me nonsense. Lie. So I'm going to tell you the things I did to make this house hunting a bit easier. It wasn't easy because it took me about 5 months. June, July, August, September, and this is October. So it took me about 5 months to actually be here and to sit down and actually make this video, because if I'm making this video, it means that there's progress, right? So yeah, watch out for that. The first requirement I told the agents were security. Security was priority for me, was number 1. So I wanted to be in an estate. And the next came down to location, and if I must say, pricing actually depends on location. Abuja is big, to be honest, so there are places that they call town, there are places they call not town. So we have places like Hous, Maitama, Asokoro. Yeah, I think these places are the places people actually call town. And if you want to get a house there, you're going to pay through your nose, depending on like what you're looking for, whether it's a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, whatever. Is quite expensive. And there are also other places that I won't call them town, but they are closer to town, as they say. And the closer it is to town, the more expensive it is. If it is in an estate, it's actually more expensive. So I told the agents that I was looking for a house in Wole, Gwarimpa, Apo, and then I think Galadimawa, like this axis, right? And I was initially looking for a 1-bedroom apartment. I didn't actually need anything big. I just needed a little more space for a studio. So I was looking for just maybe a 1-bedroom, a room that has a little space as a parlor, or a really big studio apartment. Not so big, but something that can do room and then a studio setup. And I told them that my budget was between 6 to 800k. First and foremost, it was in an estate, and the first 3 agents I got said, oh, you can find. But towards like when the search actually started, they started showing me so many horrible things, as I would call it, and they were so far for that price. And I just said, okay, no way, this cannot work. I told them that the house has to have good lighting, it has to be in an estate, and yeah, the place has to have electricity, because I do a lot of work that requires light, and it has to have POP. Yeah, I was very specific with the things I wanted. The bedroom has to be clean, it has to have cabinets, that's kitchen cabinets, wardrobe, POP, yes, good lighting and electricity and water and stuff. Don't assume agents know what you want. Tell them every single detail you want in this house. Even if you want like your roof to be shaped in a different way, make sure you add it to your explanation. Do not leave any detail out, because that will help them narrow their search. Because some people will still come and show you nonsense, but it will eliminate the amount of time you waste on seeing nonsense. The first 3 agents, you know, they didn't tell me that my price wasn't going to work. They were just like, we can see. And then as the search continued, I wasn't seeing anything. It was really bad. Either the security was terrible, you know, they were just, the house itself was not good. So I met more agents. Let me tell you guys, in total I worked with 9 agents. Yes. Oh, another thing I wanted to point out is try to tell your agents to send you pictures before you actually go for viewing. This will eliminate the amount of time you actually want to slap somebody. Okay, so make sure you tell them, oh, I want to see pictures. You want to show me a house, send me pictures. Of course, you might have to start paying for data, buying airtime. You still spend some money, but it will be nothing compared to when you actually pay to go and see houses and you see first 5 houses and you're really pissed and you want to go home. So yeah, I really told everybody to send me pictures on WhatsApp. If you don't send me pictures, I don't want to work with you. Send me a picture, even if it's not like the entire thing. Send me a picture so I have an idea. If this is what I want from the picture, I will now want to pay and go and see the house. Okay, I think I've covered everything. Prices are based on location, and honestly, I have to tell you guys, everything have cost. Nigeria have cost. Things are expensive. The prices of things last year is not the same as this year. Vote wisely. If you don't have your PVC, this is not even about PVC. Come out and vote, and you know who you know the right person to vote. You know you have to be obedient. This is me campaigning. I beg. Okay. Okay, so let's move forward. So yes, let me start to show you guys the houses, then we'll talk as we go from there, because I feel like I've said a lot in this intro. So the first house they showed me was a 1-bedroom. It was an immediate no. When they showed me, I was like, I'm sorry, what's happening here? So I didn't like anything about the house, to be honest. I didn't like the location. I think the location was #1 problem. The location was just, I was just like, where is this place? How am I supposed to, like, I don't even know the road to this place. How am I going to go from here to my workplace? Okay, the location was just bad. The lighting was good though. Like, I was like, okay, the lighting of this house is actually good. If they do a lot of renovations to this house, you know, it has, I think it had 2 windows. So again, these are pictures they sent to me on WhatsApp. I did not bother to go and see anything I did not like. I don't bother to see. Okay, so yeah, that's that about it. So yeah, they showed me pictures, and lighting of the house was good. The environment was not it. It wasn't it. The location was #1. That was a no. It wasn't even in an estate. I was like, what are you even thinking? The price of this house was 700k, and I don't think this includes I don't think this included agency legal fees. I don't think so, but yeah, that was the price they gave to me. The house they showed me, viewers discretion is actually advised, because what in God's name is this? Like, why? Who is supposed to live here? Because I actually asked, is this house going to be renovated? Are they still renovating? They said no. What? So what am I supposed to do here? So this house, I have no comments. Immediately I saw the house, I was like, I just don't know. I just don't know what you want me to tell you. And I asked him, okay, so if I want to enter, what would I do about the toilets? Let's say I like the house. The location, I think the location was fair. It wasn't an estate, but I think it was I think this was in Galadimawa or somewhere like that. But location was fair. It wasn't what I wanted, but it was fair. The house itself was bad. They told me that if I want them to make any renovations, I have to make payments first. And what have we learned? Tell me. Never make payments till every renovation and construction is done. Period. Okay? So the third house was, somebody was still living inside. I didn't bother to ask for the price of the other one, so no, I don't know the price. So the third house was, somebody was living inside, but immediately I said there was an immediate no as well. The lighting of this house was poor. The location, I didn't like it as well. It was far, really far, and yeah, it wasn't in an estate. It did not meet any of the requirements I asked. So that said, so when I when I had seen these 3 houses, there were other houses that were shown to me, but we're going to ignore and pretend like we do not see those ones. So when I saw this, I realized that I called other agents. I reached out to other people. People were sending me agents, recommending people. I also use GG as well. I use GG. GG is also helpful, to be honest, but it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while for you to see what you really want. So yeah, that's that. So when I reached out to some other agents, at this point I had talked to about 4 or 5 people. So I reached out to other new agents, and they told me that the price I was using to search for a 1-bedroom is something I should be using to search for a studio apartment. Now the thing, right, is that for studio, I actually wanted an open plan kitchen. Like if it's going to be a studio, I didn't want like the dedicated kitchen part and then dedicated toilets. Like toilet is fine, but if it's possible, like let the room be really big and then let the kitchen be open inside the room, if that makes any sense to you guys. So but that was difficult to explain to some agents. They didn't understand that. They'll tell you, oh, it's only in abroad they used to do those kind of things. I was like, no, it's actually in Nigeria. So yeah, bear that in mind. If that's kind of house you're looking for, you're going to have trouble getting those kind of houses, because most agents in Nigeria do not, in Abuja, do not get it. They don't understand the assignment. They told me this price is not working for the 1-bedroom apartment. You might as well go for a studio / self-contained for the requirements I give them, right? So I said, okay, cool, let's show me what you have, and then if it's really good, I'll consider it. So the first one they sent me was a studio self-contained. It was kind of like an open plan kitchen, but it was an immediate no. They sent me the video on WhatsApp. It was an old house. I hate bathtubs. I really hate bathtubs. So that's that. The moment I saw bathtub, I was like, no. An old bathtub for that matter, no. Next, thank you, but next. The price of this one though was 550,000. I don't know if that includes agency, legal fee, blah blah blah. The location itself, I can't remember anything about. I think the location was fair. It was fair, but the house itself was no. So that brings me to the next house. Next house I was shown was is self-contained. It wasn't a studio apartment, it was self-contained. I think this cost about 650,000. I don't think it includes agency, legal fee, and any other fee that might arise during the course of your moving in. But it was 650,000. It was okay. I think the room was okay, but it wasn't just for me. I don't know what I didn't like about it. The location, I didn't want to stay there. I think that was life camp, but I didn't want to stay in life camp shop, but it was fair. Okay, so let me say this here. I was actually shocked about the price of a self-contained right now, a new self-contained in Abuja. To be honest, if you want to get a self-contained, a brand new one, POP finishing, light, electricity, good lighting, all those things, wardrobe, cabinets, all those things, they're going to be just budget ₦1 million. Budget ₦1 million for paying the rent, for legal fee, for caution fee, for moving in, anything. It might not reach but yeah, $1 million should do it for you. So the next house was a 1-bedroom. Oh yeah, I forgot to add this one. Just for laughs. I'm just adding this one because it's just for laughs. This house was so terrible that this house was so bad that I didn't even bother to I didn't respond to the agent. I just saw the message and I left it there, because it was how it was. Because he called me and was like, ma'am, this house is so beautiful, it's so wow, just wow. That's all I can say. See the house for yourself. I don't know how much it costs. I don't know where it is. I don't want to know.
House installation, 2 windows, so superb. Very beautiful house. There's the water, steady water. The kitchen very large. This is just like 1 bedroom on its own. Very large, so big. Steady water.
That's that about the house. So yeah, the next house I got, that was actually the first house I kind of liked. I only got pictures really, but it was a studio apartment. But from the little pictures I could see, I'm going to keep them on the screen, okay? But from the little pictures I could see, I felt like this house understood the assignment, right? It was an open plan kitchen. The thing is, when I get into a place, I will still do my own renovations, I'll still do my own touch-ups, I'll still do all those things. So I felt like this was a good canvas for me to work on, right? But before I could say Jack Robinson, I wanted to actually go and see the house. The house was gone. So yeah, but they told me that this house actually cost, I think, 650,000. The location, oh yeah, the location, by the way, wasn't what I wanted. I think it was fine. I think this was Lube. I think Lube Pi. There's a place they call it Piazza. I'll put it on the screen. But Lube area, down. They said it was down, but it wasn't the location I was looking at. But still, I thought the house was cool. So the next house they showed me was in Wole. This house actually passed the location check because this was part of the places I was looking at when it comes to like getting an apartment. The location itself was good, and I think it was 600,000 for the room, the self-contained, the studio apartment, whatever you call this one now. But yeah, I didn't like the kitchen. I didn't like the kitchen, to be honest. I didn't like the kitchen. The kitchen was just like the first thing you see when you enter into the house, you get me? I didn't like it. I was like, are you guys going to renovate? I asked them if they're still doing renovations. That means things will still happen. Probably they'll add price, I don't know. But I didn't get a response. I asked them if they were going to add wardrobe. The room itself did not have any wardrobe. It was small, but the lighting was good. It was small, but the lighting was good. It didn't have wardrobe. It wasn't POP. But you know, at this point I was ready to compromise. I was not even ready. I have been wanting to compromise, but there's nothing to compromise here. People have been showing me things that I cannot compromise, right? So the room did not have a wardrobe. The room needed it wasn't POP, and I didn't like the kitchen. But still I wanted to know. I was willing to take it because I was like, at this point, no more, let's move. But when I messaged them, I didn't get a feedback. So yeah, I think this house was 600 minus every other fee you're going to pay. Then at this point, I had been checking Gigi. I was tired, I was exhausted, I was willing to give up. So yeah, this now brings me to the agent that actually saved the day. I'm really going to give him a lot of accolades. This guy did, his name is Wole, and I'm going to put his number in the description box just because this guy was he was God sent, he was heaven sent. Talking to him, like the first day I spoke to him and told him this is what I want, he was even telling me what I wanted. You don't have to finish your sentence, I understand. They even tell you. And I was like thank you Jesus, thank you Lord, because I wanted to cry. So yeah, this guy, if you want to get a house, he understands the assignments, he gets you, he understands you. Just have your money sharp because it's not cheap. The first house this guy showed me, because when I told him about my budget, my initial budget for a 1-bedroom, he said it's not possible. Just get it out of the way, it's not possible. That the places I was looking at, I wasn't even looking at Wuse or Metama or Sokoro. He was like, don't bother about it, you're not going to see. For the taste you have, no bother, you're not going to see it. And I was like, I'm not asking for too much. People are making it look like I want too much. It's just basic things, right? And it was like, he understands, but things are now expensive. Like I said, the prices, even landlords are like taking up their house rent right now. I don't know why. The country, vote wisely. Again, the first house this guy showed me, I really liked. It was a studio apartment. It was a self-contained, not studio, it was a self-contained, but I didn't get to see the house because the house went before I got to see it. It was ₦1 million. Like I said, it was $1 million. Was $1 million, but the kitchen got me. The kitchen was like for me because I love to cook. So I was like, yes, I can see myself doing so much here and doing so many contents. So yeah. Oh, and I was also going to say, if you're living in an estate, you're going to pay estate fees, and estate fees is not like 10,000-20,000. It's actually a different charge from the rent, the agency fee, the legal fee, and all of that. Okay, so yeah, that was it about the house. The first house I actually saw, my heart welcome went before I could even see the house. So yeah, that's sad. From there, he showed me other places, but I wasn't really feeling the houses he showed me. I'm going to put the videos or pictures on the screen. I wasn't really feeling the houses he showed me. Either it was too small, the location was far. You know, at this point, we're trying to work with a budget, so he was really searching and digging out some things. I was like, no, either the location was not working, it wasn't in an estate, the security, you know, security wise, it wasn't great. The room was small, or there was just something about the houses that he sent to me afterwards, and I just, you know, it did not work. But eventually we got a place. So watch out for the part 2 of this video. So one thing I'm going to say is that start early. I think this is the most important factor when you're house hunting. Start early. If you're going to move sometime in September, start as early as April if possible. The thing is, you might get houses and the houses will go before you're able to pay or get money to pay, but it's good you start early so that you can see a lot of options. Take your time and find something you really like so that you're not rushed or pressured into getting something that you don't like. Number 2, have agents that you're working with. Check GG. There are other websites that you can actually find houses in. I think there's Niger Property Pro or something like that. I didn't really see any good house there, but I think it might work for you. Who knows? Oh, if you're budgeting, make sure you add agency, legal. Don't just think of the rent itself. Don't just narrow it down like, oh, this is how much I'm going to pay for rent. No, when you are budgeting, tell yourself, okay, even if I'm paying so amount, I'm going to pay legal fee, I'm going to pay agency fee, I'm going to pay caution fee, I'm going to pay estate fee, like if you're staying in an estate, I'm going to pay any other fee that comes out, and then moving fee. So add it all together and that will give you your budget. So don't just budget by rent alone, budget with all these things. That will help you to have more money in case something should just happen. Okay, location wise is all up to you. Depends on what you do, depends on the kind of job you have, depends on what you're even looking for. It doesn't matter. So location is just based on you. I had what I wanted and what I was looking for, and that is why these things apply to me. So your own might be a bit different because of the places, or the places you're looking for a place in. But regardless, bear in mind that everything is expensive right now. Everything is really. So yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was informative. I hope I was able to help you to have a better understanding of what like house hunting is in the capital. But if you want to see my house, I want to see what happened after this, definitely watch my next video. Until I see you guys next time. Oh, by the way, please like this video. Liking really helps. Please like this video. And yeah, till I see you guys in my next video, don't forget to tell a friend, tell another friend, to tell somebody to do what? To subscribe. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.